It was a matter of time. A few years ago, YouTubers like Casey Neistat convinced a good chunk of the platform that this, a drone, is what you needed to elevate your production values to the next level. Now, sure, not everyone needs a drone, not everybody can benefit from a drone. Hell, depending on where you live, you can't even really fly a drone. But someone like me, someone who loves technology, who loves cool-looking cinematography, a drone was really pretty much unavoidable. From the first drone vlog I saw, I knew I was on a collision course with owning probably multiple drones, and that's what ended up happening. I have had the DJI Spark. I have some cool stickers here on it, and I don't have one on the top here because this had my phone name and address and phone number on the top here, because this is actually mandatory by law in Canada. I use permanent marker to write that on the little sticker I had here, and I couldn't wash it off, so I decided to just peel it off. So now it's a two-tone Spark. So the Spark is the most affordable drone DJI offers, and it's understandably so the most limited of the bunch. The next step from this used to be the Mavic line, the Mavic Pro and the Mavic Pro Platinum. But recently, DJI released this guy right here, the Mavic Air. I bought the Fly More combo. This cost about $13.50 Canadian at Best Buy. So, and I know a lot of you are going to be asking why didn't you buy it at Amazon. It's because I'm impatient as hell. I'm going on a few trips coming up very soon. In fact, tomorrow, so I needed it immediately. After I saw a whole bunch of unboxings and reviews, and I set my sights on it, I was I knew this is the one I wanted. I had to go and buy it. So let's open the box here, and I'm going to show you what comes in the box of the Mavic Air. I'll make some comparisons with the Spark as well, since it's the one I've been flying for a while, and it's the one I'm most knowledgeable on. So let's see here. It's a pretty heavy box. This box is way heavier than I expected for a very portable drone. I didn't expect it to be this. And by the way, fun fact, just by opening the box, I can no longer return it at Best Buy. Drones, they have a weird return policy for most places that sell them. If the box is open, they won't touch it. Alright, how do I even open this? Okay, I guess I just figured it out. Alright, so here we have, I'm going to start by the least interesting and move on to the most interesting. So we have the carrying case, and it's pretty heavy, so I assume there's a whole bunch of things and goodies in here. It's about the same size as the carrying case for the Spark, as you can see. It's virtually identical when it comes to volume and dimensions. It has a different finish. This is more fabric-y, and this is kind of like faux leather, but about the same size. To get that out of here, so opening the bag, what we're gonna find here. So this is, and I'm gonna try to disturb as little as I can from the packaging here, because I'm gonna redo this video in Portuguese for my main channel. So I'm gonna try not to open too many things here. Now this, I suspect, is the extra propellers. I believe it comes with a set of. Oh, okay, there you go. There we go. I just ruined it. I really can't return it to Best Buy now. So there's 4 propellers here, 4 propellers here, plus the 4 props on the Mavic itself. So we got plenty of extras in case you're careless. So here we have the cable that will connect your phone to the control to get the video feed from the drone. More on that later. And we also have a USB-C cord for transferring the footage from the drone to your computer. Alright, oh, I just lost something. So here we have the sticks. Oh yeah, so we get extra sticks for the controls. I'm going to show this in a little while, and a converter for micro USB to USB-C right here, if your phone is the kind that uses USB-C. So I believe that, and oh yeah, this is very interesting. This is a little device that turns a Mavic battery into a power bank for your phone or your Switch or whatever. So interesting add-on. I'm not sure they have enough juice for this to be something that I'm really going to be using that much, especially because if I'm flying with the drone, I want my batteries to be topped up. So I likely won't be using this as much as they expected me to be using it, but I love that they included this. So that's it right there. I'm just Butterfingers today. I'm gonna pack everything back up because I know I'm gonna have to redo this unboxing again in another language. So back into the box you guys go, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit this the way it was before. Okay. All right, that worked better than I thought. All right, so moving on, we have the controller. Look at this. So again, this is the Fly More combo. This comes with a lot of things that the base model doesn't come with. So again, to make comparisons with the Spark, very similar controller. I've become a fan of these, you know, these little skins here. I don't like putting skins on anything, but for the drone, I actually do enjoy that look. So it's very similar in every regard. I'm gonna peel this off here. I should probably be reading these things before I peel them off. Unfold the antenna. Okay, it's just telling me to do the obvious, so I guess it's okay if I don't read it. So you unfold it like so, and that reveals the thumbsticks right here. I'm gonna try to bring it a little bit closer to the camera here because I'm afraid I might not be in the shot for some of this. So these are the thumb screws for the controller. So you screw them on like this. You take it off to the side and you screw it on like so. This makes it so it's a lot more portable. And it's interesting because you see how the controls here are more like analog sticks on a PS4 or an Xbox One. They're like a ball here, you see? Whereas the Spark follows more the style of a traditional RC controller. You see how it has like a lever that goes up and down on one axis, and then there's a ball on the outside. I'm not sure if it's making any sense. I'm sure you can tell from the video what I'm trying to say here. It's different. I didn't expect that. So on top of that, I like that the cable here for you to plug in your phone is actually regular USB, whereas on the Spark it was micro USB, so I had to use an OTG cable to be able to connect this to my iPhone. This was a pain. I'm glad that I'm not gonna have to deal with that anymore. Right here on the side you have a little cable to connect to your phone or your tablet. Right, I'm trying to pop it out here. I don't think it actually pops out. I think it just slides back and forth. Oh no, it does. So it pops out. And this is a lightning cable right here. So in my case, I have an iPhone, which is somewhere. I'll plug my iPhone here and get the video feed from the device like that. If you have other phones, it comes with a lot of different plugs here for you to use. And in fact, I might be mistaken, but oh yeah, so it comes, this whole thing here detaches and you put in the extra ones. Because I'm going to be using an iPhone, I'm not going to have to worry about this. I can just leave it the way it is. Though, I do have an accessory that I bought last week that is going to make it necessary for me to use a different cable here, because I got this little guy here, which basically does this. Connects to the top like so. This will attach like here. And unscrew this. There we go. Screw that. So, oh, I screwed it the wrong way. There we go. So basically what this does, is it on? It is very much so. So basically what this does is it's a support for your phone, so that the phone is over the controls. It's a little weird to fly when the controls are above the action. If you've been playing video games, whether they're traditional consoles or handheld, it's always the controls are either below the action or on either side of the screen. So this was always kind of weird to me to have the controls on top of the phone. So this will put my phone above the controls. I don't need to look at the controls to know what I'm doing. So this is something that I'm probably going to be using a whole bunch. I haven't used it yet actually, but I expect to be using it quite a bit more, even though it complicates the setup a little bit more because I have to do all of this, right? So like I'm very much a fan of convenience. So I suspect that it might be the case where there's a lot of shots that I'm not going to bother going through this whole process, but I like having options. So that's the controller. Very similar to what I was already used to with the Spark. On the back here, let me show you. I'm just going to put everything back together. My girlfriend's always telling me that I'm very disorganized, so I'm trying to fix that right here on the fly. So this is very sleek. It's easy to pocket this thing, you see? It's not that much bigger than, say, a Game Boy, right? Like, this is about the same. It's pocketable, whereas this thing, you're not going to fit this in your pocket. There's no way. So let's move on with what else we got here. Oh, so there's some really interesting goodies here. We got the batteries here. So the Fly More combo comes with 3 batteries altogether. They are completely dead, as you can see. What else do we have here? We have charging cable. That's fine. It's the way it's set up. There's like all these compartments here. It's very interesting. So right here you have, I believe this is a, whoa, my goodness. I believe, okay, so this is a multiple charger. It's a dock. Now, interestingly, this dock it has more slots. I believe it goes in like this. It has more slots than the dock for the Spark. The Spark can only charge 3 batteries at a time. But on the flip side, it can charge over micro USB. As you pop this thing in the back here, it has a micro USB port, and you can actually charge the Spark using that. So theoretically, you could use the charging base, which is here somewhere. This is the charging base for the Spark. So if you have the batteries like so, right, they're connected there. My batteries are always fully charged. You connect 3 of them, which is the 3 that I have. And if you have a 4th one, you can plug this to a micro USB power bank or whatever and charge a 4th one at the same time. So kind of equivalent when you think about it. I like this. This is very nice and sleek. DJI, they're the best game in town, and it's no coincidence. They really do a really good job when it comes to the engineering of their products. Like the fact that the charging base folds up like something this elegant is really, really neat. I didn't see where it plugs into the actually charge it. What am I missing here? I don't see a cable. Where do you put the cable in this thing? Okay, so I see, okay, so it looks like it's a proprietary cable that goes in the back here that, from the looks of it, it has the same input to charge a singular battery. So I think what we're gonna find is, yeah, so that's what it is. So this is the charger, proprietary cable, not a fan of those, not a fan of that at all. So that's one thing that the Spark has that this thing doesn't. The charging base on the Spark has a micro USB port here, which I've never used, but I imagine that this is to charge the drone using any regular thing you have around. Whereas this thing, it seems, I'm not seeing anything else, any other input, it looks like this can only be charged by a proprietary cable. That, from the looks of it, can also be used to charge an individual battery, like so. Interesting, but I hate proprietary cables. I don't think anybody likes them. I'm really disappointed that this is the case with the Mavic Air. Moving on, what else we got? Let me separate the things from the Spark here. So we got, like I said, the charging cable, nothing exciting, and that's about it. It looks like this is it. I like the setup here. There's a little trap door here, and then you have like a space here, and there's areas for the batteries. There's an area here for the controller, right? Where's the controller? So yeah, the controller goes nice and snug in there. I like that. There's an extra area here. Let's take a look. Oh, there's a little thing here. So you got an extra area here to put some more. Oh my goodness, I just dropped something here. It's fine. I'll get it later. Right behind my monitor. Okay, so and then there's another space in the back here, and it actually seems like it unfolds outwards like a, yeah. So it's one of those bags that it's actually bigger than what you'd expect. I don't want to undo all of that. Okay, so as you can see here, it actually unfolds quite wide, and yeah, it's an odd kind of like mouth on the side here, but you could put a lot more things in here, and of course, little silica gel packet. So yeah, so there's tons of space in this bag, though it takes about the same footprint as the bag for my old DJI Spark. Very interesting to see that. I'm gonna try to put everything back together because it's already becoming a mess here. I don't remember where things went. I think that went there. No, that didn't go there. So I got battery here, battery here. See, one thing I don't like about this either, the charge indicator on the battery here is on the top, so as I put it in, I can't easily glance at the battery level, whereas the Spark, the batteries go in like so. So at a glance, I open the bag and press buttons and I can see how charged they are. I'm gonna miss that. So I believe the charger goes in this area here, and the cable goes in here, and the little charging base goes on the top, and there we go. And now we have some room here for, it's funny because the Spark is supposed to be the smallest one, but I couldn't fit the Spark in there with everything else that's already in, because the, I believe these are called the nacelles, right? These arms here, they don't fold. The Spark paradoxically ends up taking more space than a bigger drone like the Mavic Air or even the Mavic Pro. Very weird how that works out. So, speaking of Mavics, what else we got here? We have a weird box that has a whole bunch of documentation. I've seen this online. It comes with a lot of instructions. I've been flying drones for a little while. I likely won't need this, but it's there in case you are bored and want to be more bored by reading instructions. They got you covered there. Okay, okay, what is this? This is, I don't think there's anything in this. It's just a little insert. Okay, I don't think this opens. I think this is just a little insert. I'm finding everything that I expected to see here, so I don't think there's an extra battery in here. Back into the box you go, and finally, oh, before we get to that, prop guards. So these are very useful if you're going to be flying indoors or around people. Now mind you, you're not really supposed to be flying around people. I personally, as a drone flyer, I always go out of my way to go as far as possible from anybody or vehicles, buildings, things like that. At times it's unavoidable, and yeah, so you have prop guards to protect people around you and the propellers themselves. So there's a full set here of 4. Now, I'm not sure they're gonna fit in here because prop guards, that's the problem. That's why I don't use mine so often. I don't even know where the prop guards for my Spark are, because it's hard to put this away in the bag that's already pretty crowded. So I'm gonna try to think of an alternative to this, perhaps just safe flying. So now, the pièce of résistance. Yes, I know I pronounced that wrong. Let's take a look at the actual drone, and it's hard to believe that there is a full drone inside a case so small. Again, because of the fact that the arms on the Spark don't fold, this is actually has smaller dimensions. It has a smaller footprint than the Spark itself. So let's take a look at this beauty. And oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Oh my god, I gotta tell you, DJI, they know their stuff. It has the right amount of weight. A bunch of stickers here. Let's take this off. What does it say? Powering on and off. Okay, I should hope that by now I know how to power on a goddamn drone. The battery's also completely dead. That's too bad. And then there's the gimbal clamp. Let's take a look at this. So you pop it like so, and you take it out, and there you go, 3-axis stabilization. Now, one thing that I knew was gonna be, it's not a deal breaker for me, but it is a bit of a problem, is the fact that the gimbal on the Mavic Air doesn't yaw that much. You see, I mean, it's more than the Spark. The Spark doesn't yaw at all. It pitches and it rolls, but it doesn't yaw. The drone itself yaws to do a pan, whereas the Mavic Air, it has yaw, so 3-axis stabilization. However, due to the design of the gimbal, it doesn't yaw all that much. Should be enough for a smooth pan for those great cinematic looking shots, but that's something to consider. The gimbal on the Mavic Pro yaws a lot more, but at the same time it's far more exposed, and I've been hearing from a lot of people that that's usually the first thing that goes if you ever crash your drone. Knock on wood, I haven't crashed the drone that I actually bought myself yet, so there's that. The reason I say this is because I get products to review from GearBest. I got a drone, like one of those cheap toy drones, and I destroyed it, but that's different. That drone was like maybe $100. This is substantially more expensive. So this is really impressive. It's crazy that they were able to pack this much drone into such a small package. So right out here I can already tell the object avoidance sensors here at the front and the back, so this is good because as the drone is flying backwards, it'll detect walls and things like that, whereas the Spark had forward sensing object avoidance but nothing in the back. So when you're doing you're pulling away, right, like you're doing a zoom out kind of shot, this could hit something, right? So you have to be very safe about that. Though I'm gonna open this here, so as I'm sure you know, this is not the first unboxing video you're watching, right? So first you have to unfold these here, so they go like this, outwards like that, and this outwards like so. You got the proximity sensors here too, and then this goes out like this and out like that, and you unfold this finally, which this is actually, the antenna is actually integrated on these little legs here. So that's how it stands. It looks like, I see a lot of people comparing this to like a nice sports car. I drive a Mustang, a black Mustang, so yeah, it kind of, the lines and how sleek it is, it kind of reminds me of the Mustang a little bit. So this is how you pop the battery out, and yeah, it goes back in here, it clicks into place. So there you go. This is the DJI Mavic Air. Let me put the lens, the gimbal. I like this. I like this assembly quite a bit. It feels more sturdy than the Mavic Pro. I understand that the camera isn't as good, range isn't as good. There's a lot of drawbacks when you go for something more portable. But to me, portability is king. The best drone, like the best camera, the best phone, whatever, is the one that's with you. So this is something that I would take out far more than, say, like a Phantom or even the Mavic Pro. Although, yes, it can be argued that the Mavic Pro isn't that much bigger. It doesn't take that much more space than this. But, you know, I just love portability. I always go for what's most portable, even if I have to sacrifice some features for it. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a much more in-depth comparison between both the Mavic Air and the DJI Spark. They're not exactly competitors. The Spark is much more affordable, but I think that a lot of people are curious between getting the most affordable drone DJI offers and getting the step up from that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I'm going to try to go through all the questions you guys post there. Leave a like I said, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because YouTube sucks a lot. You know I put new content out here in the channel. And that's all the time I have for today. I'm Izzy, and I'm done.